Hello and welcome to the Rust Report on 88.1 WURC. I'm Sharon White. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Rust Report, where you can determine and understand and also recognize that this is Rust College and we do so much here on the campus, and we're bringing something else to your attention. Starting in the month of June, there will be a free camp for student musicians ages 12 to 18. We're going to talk a little bit about that with the founder, Fernando Jones. He's the author of Blues Man and I Was There When the Blues Was Red Hot. Rust College is so proud to host Fernando Jones International Blues Summer Camp. And that camp we're going to talk a little bit about with Mr. Jones. Mr. Jones, welcome to the Rust Report.
Hi, and thank you for having me.
We're so excited to have you, and I'm excited about these particular Blues Kids Summer Camp, which will begin Monday, June the 20th, through Friday, June the 24th. And you have so much information to provide for us, but more importantly, how the students that are registering for this camp, they can audition for free.
Well, not only can you audition for free, the camp is free.
The camp is free.
Yeah, so tomorrow, which is Saturday, we'll be at the Doxy, and we'll be hosting in-person auditions for student musicians. We say 12 to 18 years old, but if there's some 9, 10, 11-year-olds that want to come out and audition, that would be fantastic. Of course, some people may not be able to come audition in person, so for them we have a web address that they can go to and do that as well at their leisure at blueskids.com/Mississippi. Blueskids, BLUESKIDS.com/Mississippi. And the information that they would need will be there. And for some that may not want to use their computers and they want to call directly, you can call us at 773-841-5262. That's 773-841-5262. Now, we will be on campus tomorrow as early as 9 a.m. and I believe we go until 12 noon. And we look forward to seeing you, and we'll probably have some little snacks and goodies and giveaways there. And it's for the little blues kid who wants to be with like-minded others. We're not necessarily looking for someone who is a star already or wants to be a star. Once again, just somebody who can appreciate playing and picking on musicians their own size, age, and skill set. And when I say picking, that's not bullying, that is with a guitar pick.
Okay.
Play on words with the guitar pickers.
All right.
You know, but all instruments are welcome, and of course the voice is an instrument, so vocalists are welcome as well.
Okay. Well, this is going to be a fun-filled week. But Mr. Jones, before we start breaking down the different activities that will be included in this week, tell me a little bit about yourself. Are you originally from Chicago?
Yes, I was conceived out right here in Mississippi, northern Mississippi, and born, or as we say, born. Got to put a T on it. Born, and born in Chicago.
Okay.
And been playing the blues since I was a little boy, and I'm here in Mississippi, in the land where it began, and you know, by way of West Africa, Mali, more than likely in particular, and just glad to keep this tradition going and giving kids an opportunity to have an opportunity to play the blues with like-minded others. So many people in my age group, we had to learn at the hands of people who may not even want to show you at all. And you had to kind of learn on yourself, or some sort of a pledge period where people talked about you really bad and helped make you want to give up, but you persevered, and so now you just want to make the road a little smoother, even though people will have their own experiences and their own a lot of downs versus ups when they're trying to learn how to do something, but just to give them access.
Okay, so as a young child, you were exposed to this genre of music. What were some of your artists that you loved?
I mean, I don't name any in particular, because when I do it or when people do it, they be like, yeah, you sound just like him. Yeah, and then the more you talk, the less of your humanity you have Because one of the pieces of pride that I hold on to is that I didn't know that I was supposed to sound like anybody. So therefore, I've got, when I'm dead and gone, people will say they sound like Fernando. But hopefully I can live long enough for me to get some sort of flowers while I'm here. But anybody that puts something on the radio, I found enjoyment in it. We grew up in Chicago where we listened to people on WVON and
yes, Butterball.
So, yeah.
Herb Kent, the cool gent. Yeah. All right now.
So anything that played and it sound good. I came up, it was like watching a Bronx Tale or some sort of a Spike Lee type movie where the whole movie takes place on a block and you get a chance to see the whole world in that one block. In my household, we had records that were recorded from the record companies in Chicago, Brunswick, Chess Records. So anybody that made stuff on that made me feel good. My godmother introduced me to the Philly sound. So I'd be on Fridays, I go by there and right across the alley from us, and I'm listening to that. And then, my brother Greg was listening to Iron Butterfly and Deep Purple, so I'm listening to that.
And don't you leave out Motown.
Yeah, well, hey, I forgot all about that a little bit. And then, so it's amazing. Like, I forget what that song. It's amazing I'm saying it all. Or Too Much Time on My Hand by Styx. Yeah, because I really could be nuts with all the music that was coming up in my neighborhood. We would walk down the street, and it was kind of like the stories that you hear with Smokey Robinson and them, the people of his ilk talking about Motown, where you hear people singing, you hear the music coming out the basement. So I would be walking down the street, and at least one building on the block, on each side of the block, and each side of the alley would have people playing music. And as I'm talking, I may have referenced this only once in the ton of interviews that I've done. There was some, that's like in the early 1970s when Black consciousness was nearing the end of, the Black Power movement, but we still had consciousness in naming kids hyphenated Afrocentric sounding names. Which my niece is a recipient of one of those scholarships. And so,
If you're just tuning in, you're listening to the Rush Report on 88.1 WURC. My guest today is Fernando Jones, and he is the founder of, oh my goodness, he has so many titles, okay? You really do have a lot of titles here, but I'm going to go.
I'm like Mother Necessity. Everything I created, I tried to give it away.
Oh my God.
And it wasn't good enough for somebody to receive it. They gave it back to me, and I somehow ran it across the goal line, so.
Well, he's here to discuss this blues camp that will start here on the campus of Rusk College, and we're talking about the dates of Monday, June the 20th through Friday, June the 24th from 8:30 to 11 a.m. Keep it locked right here. We're going to go ahead and take a break, and when we return, we want to talk about some of the events that occur during Blues Week. And if you would like to register, you may do so at www.blueskids.com/Mississippi. I'm Sharon White, and this is the Rush Report on 88.1 WURC. I'm Sharon White, and joining me today is Fernando Jones. He is in charge and the founder of International Blues Camp. We're going to talk a little bit more about what the expectations are for the camp and the dates that are available and how you can participate in this camp. Mr. Jones, thank you again for being my guest today.
You're so welcome, and I'm honored to have this opportunity. So often when it comes to positive feel-good stories, we may not necessarily get an opportunity to share as much as stories that may not be feel goody. And then when you add the factor of the blues in it, I am ecstatic that I have this opportunity, in all honesty. And
we're glad to be of assistance, to you and for you. We're helpers one to another.
Yeah.
But let's talk about some of the activities that are involved when those students and parents get involved in this camp. What are some of the structured programs you have arranged for them?
Well, we're going to be on campus, and this could either be an hour later or so, but just massaging the time, or say just 8 o'clock in the morning to 11:30, we'll have the kids under our tutelage. And after that, we will have different activities during the week that will include, but will not be limited to, extracurricular performances and also team building opportunities for the kids. So on that Monday, I believe the Monday is the 20th of June through that Friday, we'll have a team building session for the kids that could be something as simple as a softball game or going to an arcade or golfing or something that keeps them in the mode of being a kid without the music element present.
Okay.
And then from Tuesday on, maybe we'll have a couple other opportunities for the kids to maybe even perform live. And of course, on Friday, we will have a culminating activity. And one of the other cool thing is that we have a component called the Blues Mamas and the Blues Daddies, and that is a band that is put together consisting of the parents / guardians of the blues kids in the program who may either be an intermediate player or advanced player or beginner player, just somebody who wanted to play the tambourine one day, and they get together and they put that band together, and then wherever the kids play during that week, the Blues Moms and the Blues Daddies will open up for them. And what does that do? That keeps the family together, and it also engages the family in a performance and academic setting with them being the focus of being there on purpose.
Okay, participants, do they have to be musically inclined?
No, well, you know what, and I know that this may sound ridiculous, but we want the kid who wants to be there. And the kid who wants to be there may in fact be a kid who is a hotshot player or an intermediate player or beginner player, or a kid who is just curious. Man, I want to play the bass guitar, but I don't know where to begin. But I know if I have a week opportunity to be in a civil situation, I'm sure that I can glean something from that experience and learn and be participatory. So if that kid is out there, now it's not a quote unquote babysitting service. The kid has to be there on purpose. And we have auditions tomorrow over here at the Doxy on the campus of Russ College, and we'll be on campus from roughly 8:30 in the morning until 12 noon.
Okay, what are you looking for as far as the interview is concerned?
Oh, what the kids is they're going to present a tune that they know. If they get a chance to look to the website, there's a tune and some charts on the site that they can either sight read or listen to the sound recording and play by ear.
Okay.
And it's not a television style audition where we want you to come so we can embarrass you and tell you to go back home crying. What we're really doing is we're using this as an assessment tool, since the camp is free, but it bonds the kid to have some skin in the game to come to the camp. And that's really what it's about. It's really a placement style audition.
Okay, is there a limit as the number of students you're looking for?
Well, it would be an ideal situation if we had 30 to 35 students from the state of Mississippi / this part of the area to show the great work that my team and I are doing in this part of the world, and then maybe open 15 slots up to kids throughout the country and or internationally. Once we leave here today, we're going to go back to that good old-fashioned Facebook promoting ad and things like that, just to get the word out.
Okay. You're listening to 88.1 WURC. This is exciting to me. Let's talk a little bit more about the audition scheduled for tomorrow from 10 to 2 o'clock right here on the campus of Russ College. And you said this will be in the Doxy Auditorium.
Yes.
All right. And how many, can I say the word, judges or instructors will be available tomorrow, just in case parents have questions?
Yeah, well, I will be on site, and I'm sure we will have a minimum of 3 judges or proctors, whatever word works best in this situation, for them. And then Ms. Gray, she has a team, I believe, of an additional 6 folks that will be doing whatever the Russ College appropriate thing to do with people coming on the campus, reading them, so on and so forth.
And you stress this camp is free.
Right, and it don't cost nothing.
No? From ages 12 to 18, but it does require an audition.
Yeah. And when they audition, be under parental supervision. Because like I say, it's not this is not a run wild type of a camp, even though it's free. It's the evaluation is if the kids had to pay for it, it would cost them about $1,500 for
Oh my goodness.
So we don't want to discriminate against a kid who might be from a wealthy family and can buy anything, because it's about the kid who wants to be here. And we're not discriminating against a kid who may not have the means and really wants to be here. So he or she should not be penalized for what they were brought into the world to not have.
And if the parents are not able to make it, can they submit a video audition?
Yes, they can go to blueskids.com/earlybird, and all of that information will be there. But we really do want, and if there's a situation tomorrow where a parent or a kid can't come because they're doing soccer or something, and the parent can come, come on by and say hello.
I like that. I like that. And get your questions answered.
Right.
Yeah, I like that.
Right.
All right. And again, the camp dates are Monday, June the 20th through Friday, June the 24th from 8:30 to 11:30 a.m. A great place where you can bring your children, get them involved, let them learn music theory. There's so much advantages to this particular program that students will learn.
Yes, indeed.
Okay.
And once again, don't forget the Blues Mamas and the Blues Daddies. We'll be signing you all up on that as well.
All right. You also state that you will provide some field trips.
Yeah, the field trips will blend into whatever the extracurricular activities that we have over that 5-day period of time.
Okay.
I'm sure one of the extracurricular activities will be a college campus tour.
Okay.
And 1 or 2 performances off campus, and one more, probably in the Doxy. So we'll do everything we can to give these kids a Hollywood type of a rock star, blues star type of a feel for that weekend.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Jones. We're going to go ahead and take our final break. And when we return, we're going to continue our conversation with Fernando Jones in regards to the Blues Kids Foundation. This camp will be, again, on the campus of Russ College, Monday, June the 20th through Friday, June the 24th. For more information, you can go on the website. And, of course, tomorrow, where you can bring your children or your child for the free audition so you can be part of this great event. I'm Sharon White, and this is the Russ Report on 88.1 WURC. Final segment of the Russ Report on 88.1 WURC. My guest today is the founder and author. He is the author of Bluesman, and I was there when the blues was red hot. And he has partnership with Russ College, and we're so proud to host the Fernando Jones International Blues Summer Music Camp. And this camp is free for student musicians ages 12 to 18, but will require an audition. And those auditions are scheduled for tomorrow.
Right.
Yeah, Saturday from 10 to 2. And we're just looking forward to you to come by. And Mr. Jones, can you also provide some contact information just in case parents are not able to make it, but they may have some questions for you?
If you have any questions and are unable to make it, or if you have questions and you will make it, you can feel free to call me at any time, one of my team members at 773-841-5262. 773-841-5262. If you have your computing device in your hand and you'd like to just bookmark this page to get the information, to remember to call me or whatever, I'll go to blueskids.com/earlybird. That's BLUESKIDS.com/EARLYBIRD.
Okay. I understand that you can also register ahead of time.
Yes.
In addition to coming to the auditions.
Yes, they can do that at that same website address, blueskids.com/earlybird, or you can call me at 773-841-5262.
Okay. So you're also the author of Bluesman. Tell me a little bit about the book.
Oh, it's an author and bluesman. I wrote a book called I Was There When the Blues Was Red Hot 33 or 34 years ago. Mm-hmm. And the subtopic of it is the importance of the blues from a sociological and historical perspective with a focus on the future.
Okay. And when was this book written?
Started writing in July of 1988 and wrote all the way until maybe October, November of 1989. February 1990 it came out, and it's about 6 editions now.
Okay. And the target audience?
The target audience is academia, collegiate age students, high school age students, and it's also written in some parts where an elementary school student could glean information from it.
Interesting. All right. Where can we find this book?
You can get it on Amazon, or meet me in the alley and I'll give it to you out of my truck. There might not even be any alleys in Mississippi. I have to keep driving all the way.
We got one.
I have to drive all the way to meet me in Cairo.
That's a Chicago joke.
Yeah. Go to Amazon.com and put in "I was there when the blues was red hot."
Okay.
And don't click on any of the other things that you bought. You know, when you go to Amazon or something, it'll show you like you're tracking, and then you buy something else that you didn't go there to get. Buy the book.
Okay.
Remember, because every time you help a blues man, you save a hubcap's life.
What?
And this is one of the ways how we help keep the blues camp free. See, this is one of those interviews that people can like on this Friday. You don't have to worry about it being a canned one, because you know you can be real scholarly, and then you.
And I'm
push
trying.
people away.
Okay.
we like to have fun. See how cool the blues can be, people at home.
Yeah.
You know,
All right.
see, we can throw some ebonics in there, and hold everything, the whole bit.
I was hoping to get you to, say a verse or sing something for us in the blues.
You don't want to hear nothing
Yes,
like
I do. I definitely want
Now,
you to
you
say
know, once-
something.
Now, once you start hearing something like that, then your phone line is going to be ringing. Then we're going to have 242 people up at Russ College, and they're going to look at me like I only had one person to come to blues camp. You know, the only worst thing to do is to not have any people to come, to have too many. Say, man, why you got people standing up and stuff coming to blues camp?
Fernando
And
Jones.
I'll say,
Are you going to give me a verse?
okay. Now, I do want to sing something, but I started to say something funny because, I'm a playwright, so different personalities come out, so I want to do something funny. But I'll sing this one here. How tall are you? Because I'm going to pick one of my songs compared to your height.
5'5".
Missed it by an inch. Okay, well, we're going to tell you 5'4". Cute face, everything's in place. The girl is sweet as a candy store. She's 5'4" and don't need no more. Well, she's 5'4" and don't need no more. How tall? 5'4" and don't need no more. Say it one more again. 5'4" and don't need no more. She 5'4". Gotta sing one more verse. Cold black hair, boom, 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 with a brown-eyed stare. She'll make a peaceful man fight her wall. She's 5'4" plus 1 inch and don't need no more. How tall? She 5'4" plus 1 inch and don't need no more. How tall? She 5'4", 1 inch but don't need.
And that's going to do it for us today. You've been listening to the Russ Report on 88.1 WURC. My guest today is the famous Fernando Jones, and we're just so glad to have him all the way from Chicago, Illinois. Russ College has partnered with his organization to bring the Blues Summer Camp right here on the campus of Russ College. And those dates again are Monday, June 20th through Friday, June the 24th. However, tomorrow, campus will be open from 10 to 2, where you can come in and audition with your children. So,
And I'll tell them here this first. The first 200 people will get a free T-shirt, but I only have 18.
first come, first serve. I like that. Thank you so much, sir. We really appreciate
Yes,
you, and
ma'am.
thank you for partnering with Russ College. I'm Sharon White. This is the Russ Report on 88.1 WURC. You may listen to the show Mondays at noon and Fridays at 5 p.m. on your station that truly cares. And now you have been informed.